What's up folks, welcome back to Garage. This is actually my first video that I'm recording with my video camera. I have been using my iPhone a lot, but now I have some kind of problems to transfer the videos from the iPhone to my computer, which is there's a Microsoft program, so I don't know if Apple has done some updates on the phones. I have tried original cables and different kind of cables, but there's still some errors, and I even installed iTunes to my computer, but didn't help a lot. So that's why I'm using the video camera, but the quality might still even be better. But I hope it goes well and I get good feedback from you. But in this video, my goal is to check the temperature, temp sensor in this 145. This is B20 engine. I have done some temp sensor videos before, and I have this temperature sensor chart here, and I have also my multimeter, and we will measure the resistance here when the engine is cold. In this smaller garage I have about 18 degrees of Celsius. So we should get some kind of resistance here. Then I will warm up the engine, and I will move the car to the another garage, and then we will check the resistance again. So then we will know probably is the sensor working, and is the fault in the gauge. But next I will show you a little bit more. I actually printed this temperature sensor chart when I had trouble with my 940 temp sensor. And you check here is the temperature down here, and here goes the resistance. And next I will, or actually I have my multimeter in 20K. So we should have about 2.0 about. In 40 degrees we should get 1 to 1.2, and in 0 we should get 4.5 to 5.0. So this is not very accurate, so if we get about around 2, then we are in a scale. We might get something little bit less, but it's about. Next I will put the multimeter. There's the temp sensor down there. I disconnect the connector already. So the red one goes to the sensor, and this will go to the ground, and then we will see what we will get. Yes, next red to the sensor, and black one in the ground. I will ground it in the head cover, and we will get 1.32, which it's little bit less I expected. Not 2, but next I will drive the engine hot, and we should get something little bit less, but I will show you the chart before I heat up the engine. Yes, the thermostat opens at 82 about, so we should get something between 0.4 to 0.2, then we would be in a scale. But I don't know if that sensor is in the same scale than the 940. I think it should, but next we will see after I have warmed up the engine. Now the engine is hot. The thermostat cover is about 81, 82, 81 something, so it's the upper hose is hot, so thermostat is open, and if I measure the sensor, it's about 70, 75, 78, something like that. I connected the temp gauge wire, so now when I'm turning the ignition, we should have some kind of movement here in the temp gauge. I actually also switched the first fuse. There was some kind of problem with that. After a new fuse, everything seems to work okay. Just a sec, I switch the ignition on. I have all the lights on, and the fuel gauge is coming up, but there's no movement in the temp gauge, so it might be dead. But actually my plan is to get a proper temp sensor or temp gauge here in next of the ALV ratio gauge. So that's not a problem. We just need a working sensor. And I take the ignition off, and next we will check the sensor. Yes, I hope you can see the reading here. You should. Maybe I turn the camera a little bit. And next red wire to the sensor, I removed the temp gauge wire already, like that, and the ground from the same place, and we get 0.13. Well, we have some kind of result, so let's get back to the chart. So the work of the sensor is there is some kind of logic. When it was cold, it showed about 130, was it 132, if I remember right. So it was a little bit, it was a little bit hot, and now it's a little bit overheating also in the end of the scale, because 0.12 or 0.13 is maybe more than 100 Celsius, so the water should be boiling. So maybe the sensor is not, it's a little bit inaccurate at the moment, but it's working. And now I think we have a problem with the gauge, but it doesn't matter because I'm not going to use it anymore. So I should have also a spare sensor, maybe here. This is the oil pressure sensor. I should have, there's a thermostat. I should have a temp gauge also somewhere. Well, not finding it at the moment, but I have it. So, and I think the new one is not so expensive that if I need, I can buy a new one. But next I will try to find a good temp gauge next to the air fill ratio gauge. But hey, thanks for watching. Please give me thumbs up, comments down below, and if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, now it's a perfect time to do that, and also ring the bell. Thanks for watching. See you soon.